here to Ian Anthony Dale, Scorpion himself. And finally, the fight choreographer from Mortal Kombat Legacy, Lorno Stavel. So, guys, you know, we have another episode to show you pretty soon. But first, I just want to ask, you know, basically for all of you, you know, starting with Kevin here, what's the reaction been like for you? You know, you knew going in you're a huge Mortal Kombat fan. You know, everyone has their preconceived notions. So now that it's launched, people have seen the episodes. What's the feedback you're getting?
A lot of love and a lot of hate. Which is fine. You know, it's been great to see that there are certain aspects that people really respond to and certain aspects that they absolutely never want to see again, ever. So I've taken all of that into consideration, and I like reading all of it. So, you know, note heard, for sure.
Right. You know, Jerry, you know, similar question. You know, you know what it's like to step into a franchise where fans are already very, very excited by it. What's it been like for you? You know, have people, you're playing Sonya Blade, the character means a lot to people. What's that been like for you and talking to them?
It's been pretty amazing, I have to say. And I came into the franchise knowing what it was, but not having ever played the game necessarily. But it's pretty cool, and there's a very, very passionate fan base, not unlike the Star Trek fan base. So it's pretty cool. It's fun, but I mean, you know, I think we're all involved in this because Kevin's vision is amazingly kick-ass. So it's been fun to be part of.
And you know, Jerry, you were part of, Michael, and some of the other actors too. You were part of the short that kind of began all this. At the time, everyone knew, you know, Kevin wanted to do more. Did you, you know, have faith that this was going to take off? Yeah.
I sat with Kevin and I realized this guy knew what he was doing, and he came highly recommended from Larnell. That was my little brother on the end over there. So you know, from what I heard from these guys, I really believed in their talents.
And you know, Matt, you started an episode that was pretty different stylistically. What was that like for you to get
started?
Interrupt
for 1 second. I have to run to rehearsal. I'll be right back because I'm on the set. Sorry. I'll be right back. Sorry.
Hollywood in action. So yeah, Matt, what was it like for you to do that episode and get to, you know, have a lot of fun with Mortal Kombat and at the same time get to do the sort of kick-ass action?
Yeah, doing the action was actually a lot of fun because the choreography was so great, and being able to do iconic moves that Johnny Cage got to do was really outstanding. The playing in the episode, doing a different version of Johnny Cage was, you know, something that was a little nerve-wracking at first because everyone usually wants to see Johnny Cage be really arrogant, but they don't want to see him die. So we had to do another take on the character. So overall, it was very cool.
We did see a lot of running jokes on the internet that he should be like Kenny from South Park. And just die in every episode.
Poor Johnny. And Shane and Peter, we're going to have some questions for you shortly after we see some footage, but I wanted to ask Ian, you play a very iconic character from the series. They're all iconic, but you know, someone who people, you know, quote a lot. What was it like, you know, for you to not only play this character, but to add a lot more sort of insight to who he was and where he came from?
You know, as an actor, you look forward to being challenged, and getting to play Scorpion was one of the greatest challenges of my career so far, particularly because, you know, we did it in Japanese, and I really liked the idea of doing it authentically like that, and I hope you guys enjoyed it as well.
And Larnell, what was your approach to the fights? I mean, obviously you and Kevin talked about them a lot. You know, this is Mortal Kombat, and we expect some bigger than life things, but at the same time you want to keep it grounded. How do you decide when to sort of put in one of those bigger moves?
I want the fans to find my address and chase me down. So the main thing I want to do is just stay true to everything, keep it gritty. Keep in mind we were on a limited budget, limited time, and just wanted to get a fan something they'll remember, and hopefully we'll do it again.
Yeah, you know, when I first got together with Larnell, we all had the love for very similar movies. You know, we mentioned like Flashpoint, Ip Man, Dragon Tiger Gate, you know, all those movies that are being done in Asia. Of course, Ong Bak, I feel, or Kun Young Goong is kind of like those. Everyone knows those. But we did want to stay away from kind of the more wire work stuff. We just didn't want to do it. We wanted to beat the crap out of everybody. And I would have loved to give Marnell more time. And that's it's become a running joke that he didn't have enough time to shoot all the fight sequences, so he hates me. That's why he's over on that side of the table, and he's in the middle.
We have to watch this new episode because we've been all waiting for a while. And first I have to ask you, Kevin, though, what took so long? Why was there a delay in this episode? And what should we look for in this?
Well, there's a bunch of fighting robots that take forever to render. So we couldn't put it out in time, and we felt like Comic-Con was the perfect place to premiere it. So you're going to see Cyrax and Sector before they were robots, and then later when they turned into robots.
Would everyone like to see that? Woo! All right, guys, let's watch. What was it like doing this episode?
Challenging, yeah, to say the least. It was just kind of surreal now. I mean, I guess nothing hurts us settled. I think what we were real focused on was making sure that we got the dynamic and the relationship between Cyrax and Sector and their human form down in terms of. So I'm really nervous now that you guys saw it. Sorry. Pete, you want to take over for a little bit?
Yeah, it was completely enjoyable. I mean, I didn't have much time to prepare, but I walked in. I was familiar with the characters, so I pretty much concentrated on the villainous side and these corrupted moralities. But yeah, it was definitely exciting, and I was walking into something that was action-packed, and on set it was fun. And it was very good with Kevin and watching Larnell work. I mean, the choreography was exceptional. I've never seen anything like that. In conjunction with the CGI, just saw the result was very impressive.
So, Kevin, big question, of course, is: are we going to get more of this? What's to come?
Well, it really depends if everyone wants more. Really,
Want more?
This is actually a perfect time to do like a poll. How many people would want to see Cabal? How about Kenshi? The blind. Who else would you guys want to see?
Reptile!
I just heard rabble.
Very scientific poll you're taking.
What did you say, Jerry?
Very scientific poll he's taking right now.
Well, there's also, of course, an interesting, the whole backstory of Mortal Kombat. There's been a lot of interesting characters in and out. And Ed, I know you have something to say about the games and an interesting new development.
Oh yes. Well, this is our first Mortal Kombat game where we've offered downloadable characters. You can actually download new characters. It's been a lot of fun to do. We've had a lot of a lot of goals in terms of trying to release characters that are new, fan favorites, and also wanted to introduce surprises. And so for the new characters, we had Scarlet, which was a new character. The kind of fan favorites was like Rain. That was a big one that we had a lot of feedback on. And then Kenshi was another character that we really wanted to kind of bring back from the later games. But for the last one, our goal was to really have a big surprise, and we're going to have a little bit of a preview here of the fourth character that's going to be in the game here. I don't know if they're going to run a video or something there and check out the surprise there.